Radio Station of the Year at the Asian Media Awards. This is your Leica Radio.
From the Sky News Centre at 9, the Chancellor's warning of horrible decisions as he prepares for his autumn statement on Thursday. Jeremy Hunt says the energy price cap could cost taxpayers £140 billion over 2 years. That's equivalent to the entire annual bill for the NHS. Mr Hunt says major changes are required.
We need a long-term plan for the country for clean energy, for green energy, for cheap energy that isn't affected by international events. So absolutely, I'll be setting out that plan on Thursday.
He also says he has a plan to bring down inflation. The mayor of Kherson says the southern Ukrainian city faces a severe humanitarian situation because of a lack of water, electricity and medicine. Russian forces apparently destroyed key infrastructure when they withdrew. The UK will pause for a 2-minute silence to remember the nation's war dead this morning. King Charles leads a Remembrance Day service in central London for the first time as monarch. At 11 o'clock, Big Ben will officially return after several years of repair work to mark the start of the silence. His Majesty will then lay a wreath at the cenotaph. David Atkin from the RAF Regiment Association was injured in Afghanistan.
My friends that are no longer here are doing my thoughts every day, but this is the one time of year where you put your own feelings to one side, your own issues, and you fully focus on their memory.
The Republicans are projected to have lost in Nevada, meaning there's no chance of them taking control of the US Senate. But there's no clear outcome for the House of Representatives yet following the midterm elections. The Commons Public Accounts Committee says failures by the energy regulator Ofgem have come at a considerable cost to households. The PAC estimates collapsed companies mean customers are paying about £94 each extra on their bills. Sport now, and England are taking on Pakistan in Melbourne as they attempt to become cricket's T20 world champions. Pakistan are batting first in the final. A short time ago, they were 84 for 3 with 11 overs played. That's the latest. I'm Tim Jones.
Say hello to Chase, the digital bank that makes every day rewarding.
Well, hang about. What does that mean?
Well, you get 1% cash back on your everyday debit card spending.
Like on my travel?
Yes.
On my decaf frappa skinny latte?
Well, sure, whatever that is.
Cash back on this dress?
Absolutely.
And what about dinner?
By all means.
And a drink afterwards?
It would be rude not to.
And my cab home?
Allow me. Get 1% cash back. Say hello to rewarding banking. Chase. Search Chase Bank.
18 plus UK residents. Cashback exceptions apply. Available for the first 12 months.
Winner of Radio Station of the Year at the Asian Media Awards 2022.
Leica Radio, London.
Leica Radio Weather is brought to you by TravelUp.com. Our lowest prices are guaranteed only when you book directly through TravelUp.com or call 0207 580 5000.
Today's weather, sunny intervals and gentle breeze. In London and surrounding areas, top temperature 17 centigrade. Sunset is at 4:14 p.m.
Weather was brought to you by TravelUp.com. Our lowest prices are guaranteed only when you book directly through TravelUp.com.
Leica Radio.
Talking Points with Keith Vaz, celebrating diversity. Leica, London.
Leica Radio.
Good morning and welcome to the 136th edition of Talking Points on Leica Radio with me, Keith Vaz. Thank you, Priyanka, for such a great show. Happy birthday this week to Barbara Swazinska, Surya JC and to Radek Dujinski. As the countdown for the FIFA World Cup 2022 begins, the wait is finally over as England's coach announced the squad for the tournament on Thursday. We have a bit of Qatar. Leicester is to be represented by James Maddison in the England team. As we speak, the ICC T20 Cricket World Cup finals are also on their way between England and Pakistan. This is happening down under, of course, the same places I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. But a different kind of tension going on in the World Cup. I hope you're watching the match and enjoying it. Who will lift the cup today, England or Pakistan? Will we pass the cricket test? This week we've had the celebrations of Guru Nanak Jayanti on Tuesday the 8th of November, the birth anniversary of the greatest of Sikh gurus. My warmest greetings to all our sisters and brothers from the Sikh community. May Guru Nanak Ji shower his blessings on your families and fill your lives with happiness and harmony. Today at the cenotaph, King Charles will be laying the wreath for the first time. Remembrance Day, of course, was on Friday the 11th of November, in memory of the members of the armed forces who died in the line of duty. Let's take a moment and pay our respects to all those who sacrificed their lives for our great nation. And if you're making your way down to central London for these ceremonies, please take care. This week's top news stories included the US midterm elections 2022. The Senate and the House of Representatives remain in the balance as counting continues. One of our previous guests on Talking Points, Jonathan Jackson, has been elected as the congressman for the 1st District of Chicago after a landslide victory. That's what happens when you come onto Talking Points. In our Inventor series today, we're going to talk about the history of electronic mail, commonly known as the email. The very first email was sent by a computer engineer called Ray Tomlinson in 1971. That's 51 years ago. Apparently, he sent the email to himself between two different computers with the text QWERTY UIOP, the first 10 letters of the keyboard. I have to say, I tried this on colleagues at Leica Radio, and only one came nearest. Someone said it was 11 years ago that we invented the email. It was Alka Talwar who said that it was 40 years, but in fact, the correct figure is 51 years. On the program today, we have two dynamic Asian women. My special guest is Reema Verdi, the founder and director of the health brand Revida, a partner at the Indian travel app Drive 13, and the founder of a women's empowerment platform, Sangeeni. Reema Verdi will be joining us from Hounslow and talking about her illustrious career and experiences as an entrepreneur. From Hounslow, we'll be travelling to northwest London to talk to another special guest, another dynamic Asian woman, Priti Vasani, an internationally recognised Gujarati folk singer based in Britain. Priti will be sharing with us her life journey and experiences as a musician, and whether or not she would like to appear on either Eurovision or Glastonbury. But before all that, let's hear some music.
wanna see you, I wanna see you, I wanna see you wine like Rihanna. Get all up on the bum diggy diggy bum bum. She burn it up like the summer. She turn me on with a bum diggy diggy bum bum.
You got me like crazy, that you calling me.
Bum diggy diggy bum bum.
You got me like crazy, that you calling me.
Talking Points with Keith Vaz, celebrating diversity. Leica, London.
Back, this is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. I hope you enjoyed the music. Now, we've got two dynamic women, one following the other, as my guests today. My special guest on the program today is Rima Verdi, an entrepreneur associated with three very successful ventures in the fields of herbal health supplements, transport, and women's empowerment. Born in a small town in Punjab in India called Banga, Rima Verdi completed her schooling and graduation from Delhi. After moving to London in 2004, she worked with Lloyds Bank for 7 years. She then went on to work as a corporate company trainer for an Austrian company in India. Rima also partnered with a union of cab drivers in India and created an app for the travel industry called Drive 13, which is a network of more than 20,000 drivers and businesses. She relocated to London again in 2020 and started her own health brand, Revida, with her products getting a very positive response in the pharma industry. What an amazing life so far. Let's go over to Hounslow in West London and talk to Rima Verdi. Good morning, Rima Verdi.
Good morning, Keith. How are you?
I am very well. What an amazing life. Now, it looks as if you've done different careers at different times of your life. Was it a plan? Did you sit down in Delhi and write it all on the back of an envelope? Or did these various things just happen to you?
That's a great question. No, it just happened to me. I mean, being an entrepreneur, I always look for opportunities. I'm open for opportunities. So it was just coming along and I grabbed the opportunity, really.
So it just came because they're quite different, aren't they? Let's start with the pharmacy stuff, the health stuff, which I'm very interested in as a type 2 diabetic. I'm always trying to try new supplements to get off my metformin. Now, India is regarded as the pharmacy of the world, contributing more than 20% by volume to the global genetic medicines market, which is 62% worldwide for vaccines. Why do you think India in particular, and your heritage as an Indian, led you to do herbal products? Because Ayurveda health products is not quite mainstream, yet you have the support of the pharma industry. They're not trying to close you down, are they?
No. So basically, being an Indian, obviously, as my corporate trainer, I was in India. So I met people who were in Ayurvedic industry, in herbal industry. But the main thing, when pandemic hit, I was thinking like health as well. No matter what you do, at that point, all the businesses closed down except pharma industry or health industry. So that really hit me, so I wanted to give the best health to everyone. So when I relocated to London, I just thought this is the best industry to be in. And this is why I started Ayurveda venture. Now, answer to your question, being an Indian, Ayurveda is 4,000 years old philosophy. And that is a secret. In India, you will find, in Hindi, we call it Dadi ke nuske. So why India is very famous and they are growing in pharma industry, because in every household, you will find these little nuske, which are very, very famous and very effective. So for example, if you put turmeric in milk, that becomes an antibiotic drink.
Now, turmeric is making a comeback. A lot of people are now looking at turmeric and thinking, and the traditional herb, as you have done, and realizing that they actually are more useful than popping pills.
Yeah.
Before we leave the India bit, tell me about this amazing cab company that you created, the app for the cab drivers of presumably Delhi and elsewhere. 20,000 drivers and businesses. That's quite a lot. What made you get involved in that?
So when I was a corporate trainer for my Austrian company and I was in India, I met a union leader of cab driver because I was with the Austrian company. He wanted to tell me what his life is all about as a driver, and I was trying to bring that business for my share company. But for some reason, we couldn't tie up with my company. So he just wanted to do something for drivers. He was a union leader. He told me about the drivers' life and how they build the businesses and everything, how they survive in India, I would say. So I had an idea of developing an app where we could connect drivers and businesses related to travel industry on one app. So basically, anybody who is traveling to India as a tourist, he would like to go to hotels, he would like to see the best in India, and it's a driver who takes that tourist everywhere in India and show the India around. So what we've done, we've created an app where we have more than 20,000 drivers connected from all over North India into that app, and all the businesses coming to that app and advertising their businesses. So for example, restaurants, hotels, mechanics, insurance people, any business related to driving, even Hindustan Petroleum, they have done a couple of, ventures with us as well for drivers. So we connected businesses and drivers on one platform. So tourists can have the best services from travel and hospitality industry.
This is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. I'm having a very, very interesting conversation with Rima Verdi. It's only been 5 minutes, but we've covered the whole of the pharmaceutical industry, herbal medicine, as well as travel and a travel app that is available in India. What an amazing life she's led. She's an entrepreneur involved in pharmaceuticals, transport, and women's empowerment. We'll have more of that after the break.
Oh my God, this is original.
तूने प्यार से पुकारा चले आई आई जोड़ी तेरी मेरी लगे बड़ी हाई फाई तूने प्यार से पुकारा चले आई आई जोड़ी तेरी मेरी लगे बड़ी हाई फाई तूने किया जो इशारा मैंने कर दिया सब में तारना तेरे नाल सोनिया
सारी की सारी तेरी विश करूं पूरी सारी की सारी तेरी विश करूं पूरी मैनू हाँ कर दे सोनिया दिल दे घर चंडीगढ़ में दिला दूं घर चंडीगढ़ में दिला दूं घर चंडीगढ़ में बना दूं घर चंडीगढ़ में तेरे सूट पंजाबी पागे हाय नहीं दिल मंगदी जो भी कहेगी लगे हाथ दिला दो मुझे कसम लगे मेरे रब दी मेरे शराबी तेरे सूट पंजाबी पाके हाय नहीं दिल मंगदी जो भी कहेगी लगे हाथ दिला दो मुझे कसम लगे मेरे रब दी नोट उड़ा दो सारे ठुमके पे तेरे तू सारे ठुमके पे तेरे खाली कर दूं बटुआ दिला दे घर दिला दे घर दिला दूं घर चंडीगढ़ में दिला दूं घर चंडीगढ़ में दिला दूं घर चंडीगढ़ में बना दूं घर चंडीगढ़ में मिनी माइनी मो बेबी कम बेबी गो बेबी मैं तेरी ब्यूटी का फैन हूँ तू गोरी गोरी छोरी छोरा मैं भी टैन हूँ ये घर वर की न कर परवाह तू पूरा चंडीगढ़ तेरे नाम करा दूं येलो ड्रेस तेरी मेरी येलो लैम्बोर्गिनी हर विश करूं पूरी तेरी मैं हूँ तेरा जिनी ऐसे करके इशारे क्यों तू दिल तड़पाए कभी आए कभी जाए मंजे काय ए मेंडोलिन चल चालू करना दिला दूं घर चंडीगढ़ में दिला दूं घर चंडीगढ़ में बना दूं घर चंडीगढ़ में
सस्ती से सस्ती फ्लाइट्स और हॉलिडे पैकेज चाहिए तो 24 घंटे 7 दिन किसी भी समय ट्रैवल हब का नंबर मिलाइए फॉर क्रूज, टेलर मेड हॉलिडे, होटल बुकिंग्स एंड हनीमून पैकेजेस हमसे सस्ता कहीं नहीं मिल सकता. कॉल ट्रैवल हब 24/7 on 0208 782 8833 or visit travelhubltd.co.uk.
Travel Hub, best service with unbeatable price.
At all protected.
Visit travelhubltd.co.uk.
Albert Einstein here. Chico and I are out for walkies in the park. My watch tells me we've walked exactly 3,004 steps, our personal best. Our steps aren't the only thing we track. Our smart meter display at home tells us how much energy we use daily, weekly and monthly, which can help me make changes to save energy. And now my watch tells me it's time to head back for a cuppa. Right, Chico?
For extra help managing your household budgets, search Get a Smart Meter today. Consumer action required. Eligibility may vary.
Haldiram wishes you a very happy Diwali and brings you the most loved Indian sweets which are freshly made in UK. Now order your favorite Haldiram products online only on haldiramuk.com. Also available at your local Asian store at super special prices.
Hostel World provides worldwide flight tickets at exclusive rates and free fit-to-fly RT-PCR test with our flight tickets. Visit www.hostelworld.com or call 0300 124 6500. At all protected.
K Furniture's huge stock sale is now on. Save up to 70% on sofas, dining, beds, bedroom, living and lounge furniture. All available for immediate delivery, only while stocks last. Visit K Furniture's showrooms in Cricklewood, Harrow, Hatch End and Hayes. Hurry, when it's gone, it's gone. kfurniture.co.uk. Quality furniture at unbeatable prices.
With winter upon us, things are getting superb at Scoop Herb. With their flavourful hot desserts, sizzle your taste buds with cookie dough, waffles, crepes and chocolate baklava. Their luxurious baklava with ice cream is heavenly. And why not make your own shake with Scoop Herb's unique flavoured ice cream? Visit the Scoop Herb branches in Rayners Lane, Harrow, Alperton, Wembley, Hanworth Road, Hounslow, Basingstoke and St Albans Road, Watford. Feel superb with Scoop Herb.
Tasty.
The National Asian Wedding Show is back. Sunday, 20th of November at Novotel Hotel, West London, Hammersmith from 11 a.m. with wide range of wedding suppliers to plan a memorable and unique wedding. Visit myfreetickets.co.uk to secure your free tickets today. Official radio partner, Leica Radio and Leica Gold.
Radio Station of the Year.
Leica Radio.
The personalities that matter with Keith Vaz on Talking Points.
Leica Radio.
Welcome back. This is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. I'm talking to Rima Verdi, the founder and director of the health brand Revida, a partner at the Indian travel app Drive 13, and the founder of a women's entrepreneurial platform, Sangeeni. Rima, tell me about women's empowerment. You yourself have been empowered, haven't you? What made you what you are today? What role models did you have that drove you to do what you're doing?
First of all, I do not like the word women empowerment because I feel women is empowered. If there is a word women empowerment, there should be men empowerment as well. So this is why I called my group as a women entrepreneur group rather than a women empowerment group because, as I said, I feel women is empowered, but women needs recognition. What we lack is the recognition for our work. So as I would say that it's challenging, yes, as a woman, but not as an entrepreneur. So as a woman, we feel responsible towards everything. We want to be a perfect wife. We want to be a perfect mother. We want to be a perfect household homeowner. We want to be a professional as well. But as entrepreneur, I feel that women is equal to men. So this is my idea of having a women entrepreneur platform, not women empowerment program.
Yeah, but tell us how Sangeeni works. First of all, where did you get the name from? You've come up with some very interesting names. You've got Drive 13, you've got pharmaceutical Ayurveda name, Revida, and now you've got Sangeeni. Where did that come from?
Sangeeni is a Hindi word and it means that we go together. So together we achieve more. So it's kind of Sangini means Sang Sang Chalna. So we are all together. So I created a group where we celebrate womanhood, where we create networking events. So all the women entrepreneurs can come together, brainstorm the ideas of growing our businesses. We do fashion shows, we do various events where we connect with each other and we find ways to grow our businesses.
And how many people are on your platform at the moment? How many are your supporters? And more importantly, of course, how can our women listeners, of which we have many, 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 how can they join Sangini?
So we have a Facebook group called Sangini Shopping Club. They can find out and they can join business platform over there. So we do allow women to participate as as a homeowner, just as a professional. They can, have their views on there, and we share those views and we encourage each other to do better. Then we have WhatsApp groups as well. I do have one in London. We have in India, in different areas where we connect, we promote our businesses on that platform, we advertise, and we celebrate women together.
Now, you're obviously not going to stop just with 3 great ideas. We're all sure you're going to have more. What's next for you? Because obviously you go where the flow is. What do you think is the next big thing that you're going to get involved in? You've done cars, you've done pharmaceuticals, you've done empowerment and sharing of information.
I would say that right now I'm focusing on my Ayurveda and Drive 13. My vision is Ayurveda is just Ayurveda UK is just the beginning. Ayurveda Dubai, Ayurveda US, Ayurveda Europe, that's all in the pipeline. I would like to give the best products to our people where they can have the best health. In terms of Drive 13, my vision is to take Drive 13 not only in India, but connecting drivers and businesses in, again, UK and Europe. So yes, my next vision is to have my ventures to next level and grow them.
I thought you were going to say you were going to create the first Indian TikTok. Come on. Take this as an idea from me.
Yes, definitely.
You could call it Tic Tac if you like.
You know what? Actually, what I would like to do is I would like to have a TikTok where we can promote our culture and heritage that we have, because I'm involved with Nehru Center in India High Commission where I promote Punjabi culture. So not many people, and our next generation, probably they're going to forget what they had. So just to keep that live in our next generation, yes, that can be my next venture.
Dole. Definitely. You're definitely going to do it. I feel sure of it. And we'll have you back again when you have done that. Reema Verdi, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for joining us today and sharing your amazing life with us. We always ask our special guests to choose a song that means something to them and to dedicate it to someone special. Which song would you like to choose, and to whom would you like to dedicate it to?
I would like to dedicate a song to all the women listening around the world, and the song is Paadon pe paon hai ya chuta gaon hai apni to chal padi. So that's my song. The beat of the song and the wording of the song is absolutely amazing.
That sounds amazing. I'm glad that you sang it, because our next guest is Priti Vasani, who is herself a Gujarati folk singer. So you never know. Talking Points could have created the first girls band, the successor to the Spice Girls, the real Spice Girls. Reema, thank you so much for joining us, and have a great Sunday.
Thank you so much, Keith, for inviting me to your show, and thank you to Like a Radio for having me on air. Thank you so much.
Let's hear Reema Verdi's song.
updates are brought to you by TravelUp.com. Flights, hotels and holidays.
Let's go for a flight update. All flights are as scheduled, but please check with your flight operators before heading to the airport.
Flight updates were brought to you by TravelUp.com. Lowest prices are guaranteed only when you book directly through TravelUp.com. Call 0207 580 5000. Flight updates were brought to you by TravelUp.com. Lowest prices are guaranteed only when you book directly through TravelUp.com. Call 0207 580 5000.
Leica Radio.
Traffic and travel.
I'm Michael Page. Just a reminder that the M4 in Berkshire reopened earlier than expected following weekend works between Junction 5 for Langley and 6 for Slough and Windsor, and it's looking a lot better now on the M4 Heathrow Spur heading into the airport. On the clockwise side of the M25 between the Clackett Lane services and Junction 6 for Godstone, emergency repairs means the inside lane is still closed. In East London at Barking, the A124 Longbridge Road is still closed westbound for accident investigation work between Lodge Avenue and Goodmays Lane, and on the trains, Great Western Railway services aren't running between Maidenhead and Marlow and between Slough and Windsor and Eton Central because of a broken down train. And that's the latest traffic and travel.
Are the rumours true, little bear? Are you the new boss?
Okay. At this point in time, we can neither confirm nor deny anything. Apart from Christmas, that is, with a range of gin liqueurs from $8.99 and champagne from $13.99. Because Lidl is big on a Christmas you can believe in. Subject to availability, excludes NI.
This is Leica Radio.
Try Caratino Better Ghee, the healthier, low-cost, cholesterol-free butter ghee alternative. Caratino Better Ghee. Available at Tesco, Asda, Morrisons and local grocery stores.
11plusteacher.co.uk offers 11 plus tuitions and 11 plus mock exams, face-to-face and online. WhatsApp 07835 929 287 or visit 11plusteacher.co.uk.
You'll be cheering too if you're eligible to join My Diesel Claim. If you owned or leased a diesel vehicle between 2009 and 2020, you could be entitled to significant compensation. At My Diesel Claim, over 1 million people have already put their trust in us. That's over 10 sellout crowds at Wembley. It's free to sign up and you can check your vehicle's eligibility instantly. Join thousands of other football fans and head to mydieselclaim.com today.
As the cost of living is rising, your earnings need to do as well. SBI UK has got great news for your savings. SBI UK Instant Access Savings Account can earn you 1.2% with flexible access of your deposits. And if you go for fixed deposits, then your savings can earn you up to 4.75%. Terms and conditions apply. For more details, visit sbiuk.com. SBI UK is serving the customers in the UK for over 100 years now. SBI UK is regulated by the FCA and the PRA.
We had our work party last night. It was so boring. I got all dolled up, wore my favourite dress, and the food was awful. Where was your party?
Our party was booked at Karma Lounge. The food was spectacular, the vibe was amazing, and my feet, they're killing me. Everyone's been buzzing at the office.
Maybe I should apply for a job at your place.
The Karma Lounge. Book your group or office parties with our exclusive deals all Christmas. Enjoy our authentic festive Indian cuisine in lavish setups. Call 0203 46 86 555 or online at thekarmalounge.co.uk.
Talking Points with Keith Vaz. Celebrating diversity. Leica, London.
Welcome back. This is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. I hope you enjoyed the music. My next guest on the programme today is Priti Vasani, an internationally recognised Gujarati folk singer. Priti's musical journey began in India, where she studied Indian folk music with the renowned artist Lalita Goradra. Her debut album was released by T-Series, and she has since then created numerous albums and music videos, which have proved extremely popular internationally. In 2016, Priti was the lead vocalist in the first Gujarati song created in Britain, Rangili Raat, which was rapturously received worldwide. She also has a number of other very famous hits to her name. She's one of the directors of the Red Lotus Events, RLE, a community interest company that promotes cultural awareness, diversity, innovation, and perspectives through public performances. Indeed, one of those performances was her own at the Queen's Jubilee celebrations at Windsor Castle, one of only 2 native Indian artists who performed before the late Queen Elizabeth. Let's go over to northwest London and join Priti Vasani. Thank you for joining us today, and good morning, Priti Vasani.
Good morning. How are you, Keith?
I'm very well. Now, one of the big moments of your performing career was appearing before the late Queen Elizabeth II and appearing at Windsor Castle. Was that, in all the moments that you performed, was that one of the ones that stands out in your mind? Was that very, very special for you?
It was the most amazing, special, memorable times for me. Something that it's just life-changing for me.
Now, when you're on that massive scale looking out, you're obviously thinking about your words, the songs, etc. Do you ever have a chance to glance into the eyes of the audience, or indeed on this particular occasion, Queen Elizabeth, and see what their reaction is? How do you get feedback from the audience that you perform at?
So the energy, of course, is we feed off the audience. So when you are performing, it's good to look at the audience. It's good to interact with the audience. However, for this occasion, I was nervous and I just wasn't sure where to look at because there was over 5,000 people that was there. And of course, Her Majesty, the Queen Elizabeth, she was sitting right opposite me. So my aim, what I wanted to just look at her and just dedicate the song that I was singing directly to her. But of course, the nerves were kicking in. But there was a time where I was just able to capture her eyes and just sing directly to her. And I felt like I was lost in that moment.
That must have been amazing because you look out and see a sea of faces and then you lock eyes with one of the most famous women in the world and indeed a history maker. Music and art have the power to transcend cultures. And obviously in this interconnected world, it's important to use it in order to do that. If you were to choose your favorite music, if you were not obviously listening to your own records, which we'll hear a bit more of in a moment, which kind of music do you like?
I really do like African music. I love listening to Afrobeats as well. And I've also worked with them as well, just to see and understand their style of music with the Gujarati music as well, and how it works, how we can put it together. And it's worked absolutely amazing. So if I was to choose again, if I was to work with anyone again, it's definitely that whole African scene.
This is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. I'm having a delightful conversation with Priti Vasani, a popular Gujarati folk singer based in the UK. When we come back, we're going to talk about her early life and what brought her from where she was born onto the stage at Windsor Castle. Join us after the break.
on Talking Points. Leica.
Welcome back. This is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. I'm talking to Priti Vasani, an internationally recognized Gujarati folk singer based in the United Kingdom. Priti Vasani, let's talk a little bit more about your life and your musical journey. At what age did you decide that you were going to become a singer? Was it something that you did when you were very young, or did you see other people and then decide that this is what you wanted to do?
I've always had interest in singing growing up, but being born and brought up in the UK from a very orthodox, I would say, family at that time, and who did not know anything about the artistic style of stuff. They were very much of no, go to school, English, math, science, that's the key subjects, that's what you need to be doing, become a doctor, grow up, become a doctor, become a lawyer. That was in their head. And music was never something that ever hit me because I don't even come from a background of music either. So as I was growing up, and I just, as a bathroom singer, would just be singing. And then when I started working, and few of my colleagues actually heard me sing, and they said it to me that you have a really good voice, you should definitely do something about it. And it was after they had told me that's when I started something and I should take this further. And I went out to India just to study the culture, to study the language, to study at least the basics of music, to understand what I'm putting myself into. And that's where my journey actually began. So I would say at the age of 19, I would say that's when my musical journey actually began.
But very few Asian artists have crossed that line between the music of their communities, such as Gujarati folk, which is what you sing, and mainstream British music. It's a pity, isn't it? I mean, obviously you have some artists that get into the top 10, like, Corner Shop and A Brimful of Asher. Yep. But do you ever look at that and think to yourself, I'm going to make sure that one of my songs gets right into that mainstream?
For me, it's more so, it's not even about that mainstream, and it's not even about that to get so into the I would say, the big festivals or anything like that. My target audience, my inspiration has always been the younger children, the next generation, because they are our future. So if being a British-born Gujarati and the struggle that I saw, speaking the language, understanding the culture and what the journey I had to take, for me, it makes me feel like if I can pass that on to the next generation, then I feel like that's my achievement more than anything. So one of my target audiences, my 10-year-old niece, when she speaks Gujarati, it makes me feel proud. When she sings anything Gujarati, it makes me feel proud. Or even when she listens to that style of music, it makes me feel proud that they're even interested to know about the culture. And so it makes me feel like I'm doing something to pass on something to the next generation. And that is my dream and aim in life.
Now, you've been to Windsor Castle. Do you ever think about going on to a program like X Factor, Britain's Got Talent? Do you look at these big events like Eurovision or Glastonbury and think to yourself, actually, I'd like some of that? Or are you going to continue on the community cultural side?
For the experience, I would like to go to the festivals. X Factor, and there was times with Indian Idol, I would say around 15 years ago, when Indian Idol, when they were auditioning, I'm not going to lie to you, it did cross my mind to actually audition at that time. But I felt like because a lot was happening for me in the music scene, I just never got a chance to do that. It would have been a great experience for me at that time. I would have learnt so much from it. However, I didn't do it. And now I don't feel like I want to get into X Factor or I want to go into Indian Idol or anything or any of the reality shows. I love doing the community work that I do. However, even festivals and I'm doing the big concerts, I do them and it's a good experience.
Priti Vasani, it has been a great pleasure talking to you this morning. Fascinating to hear from where you came and what you're doing now. You're a real inspiration to a lot of young people who wish to be both pop stars but also keep their culture. Now, we always ask our special guests to choose a song, and this is a particularly good program because it's an all-women program this week. All our guests are women. What song would you like to choose? And I hope very much it's going to be one of yours, because we'd very much like to play it on Leica. What are you going to choose and why? And who are you going to dedicate it to?
So the song that I would like, one of the songs that I've just released a few months back, which was produced by Planet Parley Patel. And we had over 20 dancers who performed in the actual video, and the video is actually done absolutely amazing. And it's a Gujarati song, Danko Wagere. And I would like to dedicate this song to all my friends and family, actually, and the ones that need the strength and help and support to go forward as well. And it's that courage. This song has that courage in there as well. So it's for all of those who need that support as well.
Priti Vasani, thank you so much for joining us today. I am looking forward to seeing you and hearing you on the stage of Glastonbury sometime in the future. It'll be lovely to hear some Gujarati music on there. In the meantime, have a great Sunday.
Thank you very much for having me, Keith, and best wishes to all the listeners of Leica Radio.
Let's hear Priti Vasani.
noodles? You mean Coca, the king of noodles? Coca means delicious. Variety of flavors available in Coca Packet, Coca Cup and Coca Bowl noodles. Suitable for vegetarians and halal approved. The king of noodles, Coca noodles, packets, cups and bowls, now available everywhere in the UK.
Bollywood's iconic film, Disco Dancer, comes alive on stage.
I am a disco dancer.
Take yourself back to the disco era of the 80s with live singing, retro costumes, elaborate dance sequences and English dialogues. November 16th to the 20th at Sadler's Wells Theatre, London. Book your tickets now at sadlerswells.com and log on to LeicaRadio.com and click on the banner to purchase tickets. Exclusive radio partner, Leica Radio and Leica Gold.
You'll be cheering too if you're eligible to join My Diesel Claim. If you owned or leased a diesel vehicle between 2009 and 2020, you could be entitled to significant compensation. At My Diesel Claim, over 1 million people have already put their trust in us. That's over 10 sellout crowds at Wembley. It's free to sign up and you can check your vehicle's eligibility instantly. Join thousands of other football fans and head to mydieselclaim.com today.
This is a message for every household in the UK. Everyone is entitled to government help with the cost of living. At gov.uk/help for households, you'll find over 40 different support schemes in one place. From help with energy bills to childcare costs, housing, transport, and more. Help is available now for every household. See what you're eligible for at gov.uk/help for households.
K Furniture ਦੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਸਟਾਕ ਸੇਲ ਹੁਣ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਚੁੱਕੀ ਹੈ। ਸੋਫਾਸ, ਡਾਈਨਿੰਗ, ਬੈਡਸ, ਬੈਡਰੂਮਸ, ਲਿਵਿੰਗ ਐਂਡ ਲਾਉਂਜ ਫਰਨੀਚਰ ਤੇ 70% ਤੱਕ ਦੀ ਬਚਤ। ਇਮੀਡੀਏਟ ਡਿਲੀਵਰੀ ਦਾ ਲਾਭ ਲਵੋ only whilst stock lasts। ਅੱਜ ਹੀ Cricklewood, Harrow, Hatch End ਤੇ Hayes ਵਿੱਚ K Furniture ਦੇ ਸ਼ੋਰੂਮ ਤੇ ਜਾਓ। ਜਲਦੀ ਕਰੋ, ਸਟਾਕ ਖਤਮ। ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਸਟਾਕ ਖਤਮ। kfurniture.co.uk Quality furniture at unbeatable prices.
The National Asian Wedding Show is back. Sunday, 20th of November at Novotel Hotel, West London, Hammersmith from 11 a.m. with wide range of wedding suppliers to plan a memorable and unique wedding. Visit myfreetickets.co.uk to secure your free tickets today. Official radio partner Leica Radio and Leica Gold.
The personalities that matter with Keith Vaz on Talking Points.
Leica Radio.
Time's up for this week. I hope you enjoyed today's programme. Don't forget, tomorrow, for those of us who suffer from diabetes, is World Diabetes Day. Make sure you take special care with what you're eating, but also it's important that we get members of our family to take a diabetes test. What better day to do that than on World Diabetes Day? My thanks to Rima Verdi and Priti Vasani for joining us. Special thanks to my researcher Jemid, show producer Rupi, and editor Adam. Did you notice something odd about this week? I think this is the first week that Leica Radio and our chief executive, Raj Button, did not win an award. How unusual is that? I popped into his office this week and my goodness, we're going to have to get him another shelf. To end today's programme, we'll be listening to Dil Dakhani Do with more than 19 million views on YouTube. Please stay tuned for the wonderful Sheena, who follows the news at 10 on Britain's greatest Asian radio station. This has been Talking Points on Leica Radio with Keith Vaz broadcasting from London. I hope you have a great Sunday.
Hey, hey, chalo na, ढूंढे शहर नया, जहाँ मुस्कुराहटें हैं बिखरी, जहाँ से गम का मौसम गया, जहाँ मीठी बातें हर एक अजनबी से हों, भूले हम भी जो सारी फिक्रें, लम्हा लम्हा खुशियाँ बिखरे, इधर उधर और यहाँ वहाँ, जाए वही दिल कहे जहाँ, baby, baby, baby. ऐसा क्यों ना कोई खेल जिसमें सब ही की हो जीत, इन दिनों भूलो तारे कोई भी देखता नहीं, देखे उनको दीवाने हो के कोई कितना भी हमको ठोके, खुली हवा हो खुला समा, जागे हुए हो सब अरमा, baby, baby, baby.
8am and DAB. Winner of Radio Station of the Year at the Asian Media Awards.